This is Warlock D coming at you from the house of the holy motherfucker. And the first thing I want to make straight before I go any further is don't drink and drive. Now my bitch is about, I got pulled over for one. And I'm like in it looking at, while I did it, I really don't have an answer on how it happened. All I do know is that it ended up the evening I was pulled over and I had been drinking. And, I haven't been trying to get out of it, okay? What's upsetting me is, I show up for the hearing and, it seems like, they want to throw a deal at me. And in that deal, I'm already doing like 2 or 3 of the things that I'm supposed to do for that deal. And they want to add on, another session here and another appointment there on stuff that I'm already having done. Because I've been with the pain center for, since 07. I've been with the pain center and they monitor me to make sure that I'm not getting addicted to the drugs, and they check me for alcohol and they check me for street drugs. And if I get busted at, any level of that, they could throw me out of the pain center, which would be bad for me because, my spine is toast. And anyway, I don't understand how or why, my public pretender wants me to agree to more appointments, more counseling, because I'm getting counseling too, through a mental health outlet, and I've been doing that for, I started that was the medicine I think that got me in trouble, was because I had started some medicine from them, and I went to a 3-year-old's birthday party, and I never thought that there would be alcohol at a 3-year-old's birthday party, but I got a DUI. Now, the logical aspect of it, and that's where I'm approaching it, people. The logical aspect of it, they get to take my license for a year. That's only right. I haven't been afraid to lose my license for a year. But they make out like, oh my God, you got to do this deal and you got to do all this and that extra. What the hell is the deal? But it turns out this is my view of it. Our justice system has turned into a money-making machine. And that's all it's to it. I mean, now they're like charging twice for fines, and 3 times. I mean, it's getting to be like the drugstore. You go to the drugstore and you buy your medications that the doctor orders you. Did you know you're paying the original price? Okay, but you're paying that original price 3 times. You're paying, like if your prescription is $13, you're paying $13 to the drugstore. You're paying $13 to the state, and then you're paying another $13 to the federal government. I don't understand. the mathematics on that. But point is, I'm already getting counseling. I'm already being monitored. Okay? And it's not like it's not a legitimate practice I'm going to. And, you know, I've seen people like just being marched through like cattle, like sheep, and they're agreeing to waive certain rights. But one thing, people, we should never do is waive certain rights. There is no club, no universe, no playground, there is no street that anybody should waive any of their rights. As far as I can tell, I don't know what's up with it, but I refuse to even come close to waiving my rights. I mean, if they're threatening, if they're charging me with something really serious, and I'll take my time on proving my innocence. You know, I won't waive any of my rights, though. People have got to stop waiving their rights. You know, we got the Homeland Security, the what you call it, the Patriot Act, and it's ridiculous. Somebody comes and attacks us, and it seems like it's okay with everybody that our white rights have been waived by the government. We should demand those rights back. We should not stand for any of our rights being on hold. Our forefathers fought for our rights. My son is in the Army, protecting our rights. So, you know, this is just nuts. And, well, they're going kind of crazy now that I won't agree to waive my rights. Yeah, and I won't agree to go to 2 places to get monitored for alcohol. You know, this is exactly why the system is getting drained. You know, I'm being monitored for alcohol, and I'm making that clear. I'm going in for counseling for my other problems. If you need to know, too bad. But I'm already doing both counseling, the monitoring. I'm going to see how this works out, because, you know, I refuse to waive my rights. I was in the military. I have rights. I have rights that supposedly protected by the very same Patriot Act that everybody, you know, thinks is nothing. Tell them to drop the Patriot Act, because it's ridiculous. Nobody should have to give up or waive or throw away their rights. Wake up. Do you think George Washington is not rolling over in his grave right now? How many other people How many other people have paid the ultimate price for our rights, to have somebody say we no longer enjoy our rights under the Constitution. We need to get them back. If we don't, they're just going to take more. Don't leave it happen. And don't forget, plant a seed. We have some ass-kicking homegrown. We got to do these things. You know, they're always talking about America uniting. And meanwhile, there's so much separating and dividing that's going on, and people can't see it. People act like they can't see it, or they don't notice it. Every day, at least once a day, somebody along the line in my day will bother to mention how miserable they feel. And they say, oh, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's because of the way our society. I don't call that my society, or, I mean, our dividing and conquering is what they're doing. And yes, the rich keep on getting richer, and the poor keep on getting poor. And always remember, of everybody that's in jail for drug violations, show me one that's well connected, well seated in the community. You never hear about the ones who finance it, you know? You only hear about the street dealers and the guy that got busted with 10, 11 bags, or the nigga that got pulled over with 150 bags, you know. And it's so disapproved of whenever, like, I think, you know, that man was probably trying to feed his baby, you know, keep his wife happy, or his girlfriend. Good intentions, yeah. Good intentions pave the roads of hell. But whenever you got an economy that's been messed up, you can't get a job. You couldn't get a job if you paid for one right now. And they're going to lock these guys up because their babies need formula. When all it needs to be done is let everybody plant a seed, make it legal. Because why not? Because, you know, they're talking about we're not even on the threshold of the depression.